It's Week 9 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown! Van Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over. Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Mahomes now on first down. And this is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, his throw incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this one is incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're looking for the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On first down, Mahomes. And he's got this to Jefferson. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 87 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Mahomes now on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. It gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 20 carries, 80 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Edwards-Helaire is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st down, Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count.
Touchdown, Raiders. John Ross, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Finding space at the 40.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan. Coach.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it doesn't appear like they're going to score points in this one. They look awfully tired.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. They'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Van Jefferson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now, because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that will be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. "54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading them. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this 3rd quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Mahomes' throw here into the hands of Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Down at the 25.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 56 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd just prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck.
The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Now Carr again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Shotgun now for Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Carr going to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Chiefs,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.